Hey, Charlie, Junior Marketer here at WordProject.com. How you doing? How you feeling? Welcome to today's Talk Ergonomics Show, episode number 1. We're taking a look at 9 tips to improve human factor ergonomics at work. Be excited. I'm excited. As you go through them, pay attention to just one tip which you will implement, and tell us about it in the comment section down below this video, adding in hashtag today's talk ergonomics. How many hours do you spend seated at your desk each day? Now seriously, have you ever counted the exact amount of hours you spend at your desk? If you're like most US office workers, it's about 8 sedentary hours of clicking, typing, and leaning in to read the computer screen day after day, right? And when we take a break, we do that on the phone. So it's really many hours. But with a better office setup, just a subtle change, workers enjoy improved comfort, motivation, and well-being just as well, according to the Chartered Institute of Ergonomics and Human Factors. I'll try to provide a link to this Chartered Institute of Ergonomics and Human Factors in the description of this video if you want to. And you might imagine how that impacts employers too, fewer absences, a more productive workforce, and happier employees overall. By following few ergonomics in the workplace tips, any office, big or small, any company, big or small, can make that happen, including yours. But what is human factors in ergonomics? Let's talk about that first, right? Put it simply, ergonomics, also known as human factors, is the study of the way humans work together. Okay, it's not just about you. It's about your work. It's about humans working together. From the strategic design of office environments to technology systems that make the most of a person's talents, very important, limitations, big deal, and needs, very, very important. Though you might think of special keyboards or lumbar chairs when you hear the term ergonomics, and don't get me wrong, this is mostly, what you will need to implement in your office space. But the practice has actually been around long before modern day office spaces. I can tell you that workers from the Industrial Revolution cooked up all kinds of ways to stay comfortable through our grueling days of labor, from standing desks to raised work surfaces. I know what I'm talking about because this is what I do. I research a lot, so I know what happened in the past through very, very thorough researches. So it's been here long before modern day office spaces. Fast forward more than 2 centuries, and the science of ergonomics has become so prominent that entire organizations have emerged to advance human factors goals, including the Human Factors in Ergonomics Society and the International Ergonomics Associations. I can tell you that very big companies out there, which I will not name, but very big companies out there have this thing in mind all the time: how to better ergonomics in a workspace. This is a very important thing for everybody. 3 types of ergonomics. Thanks to that prominence, and I can tell you that the people or the companies that seems to have way more luck, if you will, or way more income or way more success is because they really this is what I'm saying, really take care of this aspect of the company. All right, so let's talk about 3 types of ergonomics. Thanks to that prominence, the philosophy of human factors ergonomics has gotten more organized too, and experts have categorized ergonomics needs into three different and equally important buckets. Physical, I'm stressing the 3 because it's really important that you understand these 3 aspects. So you don't have to buy a fantastic ergonomic chair, but I really want to stress that if you understand these 3 principles, you will find a way to implement one aspect that might adjust your way of sitting, So understand these 3, this is why I'm stressing the 3. three different buckets, okay? And equally important: physical, cognitive, and organizational. I said it one more time: physical, cognitive, and organizational. All right, so the physical ergonomics optimizes a person's interaction with the physical world to make work more comfortable and safe. Cognitive ergonomics accounts for a person's mental health, very important, right? Very precious, and capability to make work less stressful and more effective. And number three, organization ergonomics looks at teams, systems, processes as a whole to help make work more efficient and successful. Organization is really, really important. Anywhere you go, organization is key, is the baseline of success. Ergonomics in the workplace tips. Let's talk about some tips. Now is the time to take a piece of paper. You will write down the tip you most prefer, and you will put it in the comment section down below this video with the hashtag Today's Talk Ergonomics. The most ergonomics friendly work environments accommodate workers in all three areas, considering how physical, mental, cognitive, and systematic factors play a role in a team's performance, well-being, and success. I'm telling you, it's the baseline for success. Let's talk about physical ergonomics tips. Improving physical ergonomics makes for more comfortable employees, but there are definite health and cost benefits too. For example, in one study, the Washington State Department of Labor found that ergonomics-friendly work environments resulted in 80% fewer absences from work, boosted productivity by 20%. 20% is a lot. It's really a lot. 20%, and reduced the prevalence of musculoskeletal disorders by 56%. Here's how to do it. 1. Focus on posture and joint improvements through ergonomics upgrades, such as standing desk, adjustable monitors. I can tell you that the stress and the tension that comes to mostly to your shoulders or to your upper body is due to the legs. So if you have legs, if you try to stretch your legs, okay, you will definitely see an improvement in all the joints. Okay, this is very important. So have always in mind joints. Let the body flow, let the blood flow, so have your joints relax. Focus on posture and joint improvements. Remember this, focus on posture. When I'm saying focus on posture, we always say that focus on posture means not exactly what you think your posture should be. When you say to a kid, have you ever felt like telling your kids or telling a kid, this is not the proper way to be seated? Kids don't have these joints problem, most likely because they don't follow the order. They don't follow the way to be seated. If you see not exactly as you should, you will see a lot benefit from it. Remember, you need to breathe. So if your body asks you to lean on somewhere or lean your head somewhere, let your body speak to you, and you will see that if you follow what your body tells you, you will find a lot improvement. So focus on posture, but don't have the fixed mental state that you know what posture is to be straight, to be like this. No, let your body flow. Okay, be mellow. All right, let your body be mellow. So number 2, accommodates repetitive movements. Okay, if that's a repetitive movement, you need to accommodate that, such as mouse clicking or taking phone calls with optimized equipment like ergonomics mice or headsets. Now, obviously, I'm telling you, you don't need to buy. It's not. You don't have to. It's not a must. But you need to accommodate that. So if you feel like you should accommodate your clicking by just leaning on another hand as you click. At least you accommodating it. I'm not saying that you must, but obviously it will be a benefit from you if you invest $20, if you invest $50 to accommodate a repetitive movement. Once again, you don't have to buy, but just know that you need to accommodate repetitive movements, because the pain and the distress and the tension comes from a repetitive movement and an unconscious repetitive movement. You see the word that I use, unconscious repetitive movements, okay? You're doing it so unconsciously that you forget about it. When you forget about things, the thing becomes superior to you. If you become conscious of the thing, you become superior to the thing, to the pain, to the stress, to the tension, and you will find true success with your body. Number 3, think through workplace layout for better traffic flow between offices, conference rooms, break rooms, and restrooms, okay? Think about it, okay? Just lay out for a better traffic flow. So let's talk about a few tips for cognitive ergonomics. Now, stressed and overworked employees can drag down a company's productivity and profit, and we hate that. And turnover increases with unmotivated, unhappy workers, which makes the second category of ergonomics as important as any other. Okay, so it's really important that when we say the negativity, people are usually negative, which I don't have nothing wrong with negativity, because negativity teaches me, to improve. So I'm always looking for those things that, just don't feel right, And but I can tell you that a lot of it, just as a study person, because I'm a junior marketer, so this is what I study, and I can tell you that what we see at workpurchase.com, we see that workers, they have this thing, the better they feel in these 3 spaces, organization wise, cognitive wise, and physically wise, they tend to be more positive. They tend to be more productive. The opposite comes from an opposite mind state, an opposite organizational state, and an opposite physical state. So this is why we say that makes this category of ergonomics really as important as any other, because we don't see it, right? We don't see it because what we see is the body, what we feel is the pain. So we don't see the cognitive side of it, and this is why. But we can see it through productivity and profit. Okay. So, which makes, again, the second category, the cognitive ergonomics tips very important. And so consider these approaches. 1, designate special areas or times for employees to socialize together. Okay, there's a few rules. A triangle rule is one that we love. If I'm talking to you, I'm not talking bad about another person. I'm not even talking about another person. Me and you, we talk about me and you and one thing we have in common. Okay, so but there's a lot of techniques to improve the social, to improve, the socialization between among employees. Number 2, improve professional development opportunities and training so employees can approach work more confidently. It's really a good tip. This one is really good and it's really easy to implement. You just need to find an approach. You just need to find an easy way, so that training, so you again, you can do that to yourself, so you can work more confidently. If you work more confidently and you know how you achieve that comfort, you will really feel good. Number 3, enable flexible schedules or consider cutting hours altogether for employees whose bandwidths are stretched thin, and you might be surprised to discover higher productivity rates. Do not be afraid of cutting hours altogether. Let's talk about some organizational ergonomics before we wrap up this today's ergonomics show. Today's Talk Ergonomics show. Organizational ergonomics. By the way, I'm so excited about this episode number 1. I'm having so much fun to enjoy. I'm enjoying so much to telling you about this tip, because I myself, I'm revisiting all those things that I've done for the company, that I do for myself. Actually, when I'm home, I try to implement this in my little home office as well. That I can't wait for the next episode. Let's talk about organizational ergonomics tips in the meanwhile. Whether your workforce is entirely remote or office-based, establishing a better collaboration tools is essential for communication, employee satisfaction, and creative ideation. Your organization may want to one. Again, don't think about organization as be too big or whatever. Just mind you when you home and you doing your little work for the company, or maybe you doing something for yourself. It's a little organization. It's a one-person organization. So you might implement this again for your company, for your little business, for your one-person business, for your 20-person business, for yourself. When you're home, take this into account. One, incorporate improved technologies that foster more collaboration, from enterprise chat software to video conferencing. It's really beneficial organization-wise. Number two, implement quality control methods to supervise workforce performance and better inform future improvements. So improvement, the quality control method to supervise workforce. And number three, again, even with yourself, you can have something that is looking upon you. Well, what I don't want to say because it's a personal thing, but I don't mind to share it with you. On a personal level, when I'm home and when I'm in my little work, doing my little work at home, either for the company or for myself, I put a tape record myself. Not with the screen of the computer, but with an external device. So if I'm recording myself, either with a camera or just I'm recording my voice, it's like I'm supervising myself. So I have that feeling of watching on myself. So it really helps. It really does. So this is a way to supervise myself. You can do that on yourself, or you can do it on others. Number three, regularly review reporting structures and hierarchies to ensure efficiency and effective communication across departments. This one is another very good tip, and this was for organizational wise. And as you can see, we went through some physical, cognitive, and organizational ergonomics tips pretty quickly, but pretty efficiently, because I gave you 3 tips for each of the ergonomics workspace space, on a physical space, on a cognitive space, and on an organizational space. Ergonomics is not just one thing. Remember, it's clear that ergonomics is really just not one thing. For the ideal ergonomic-friendly setup, companies must account for not just the physical human factors, but the mental and organizational ones too. After all, you can have the most ergonomic collection of chairs, workspaces, and office design elements, but if the employees who use them are burned out or disconnected, what benefits are you really providing? Nothing. Zero. My name is Charlie Junior Walker here at WordProChat.com. As I said, so excited about this very first edition episode of today's Talk Ergonomics show. Make sure to put the tip that you promise yourself to use in your workspace, and put it in the comment section down below with the hashtag today's talk ergonomics, and please provide feedback with the liking features on YouTube, and also a question. Okay, try to ask a question. If you have some doubts, whatever the kind of doubt, put it in the comment section below, because I would love to hear what you're wondering, what's on your mind. My name is Charlie once again. See you later. Thank you very much.